Welcome, welcome, welcome to Biz Tips with Ana Miss Thang. And as you can see, I am festive as well as flawsome. So, because it is the festive season, I have decided I'm going to bring it in with a bit of cheer and sass. So, as you can see this week, I've got myself a very fetching headband. Um, I have been a good girl this year, and hopefully Santa will remember me and know that I have been good and not naughty, even though these two horns on the top of my head. So, how is everybody today? It's 1 week before you all implode and eat and be merry. Is that a true thing? Especially because we're locked in, locked out, still on quarantine, tier 1, 2, 3, all kind of foolishness going on. But yes, we are still, yes. And some of us, because I can see you, are looking forward to leaving to sunnier climes and leaving us in the cold spots. But that's okay. You do have to return to us. But yes, so I want to share with you today a few of my biz tips in money saving and how to bag yourself some goodies online or in store. Now, for me, I'm a happy shopper in store. I don't, let me tell you how I do it. I like to search and research and get all my info and whatever it is that I need online first. But I like to see the finished product before I buy. So what I do is I check online and then I go in store. I speak to the sales rep and I say, look, this is what I want. This is what I'm looking for. I've already got all the information down pat. Sometimes I'm so on the ball. I'll be having that stuff typed out on my phone, ready to be like, haha, this is it. And oftentimes that's where I get my best deals in store. But let me not jump the gun. Let me share with you. And as it is the festive season, I am promoting some of the products that I have for you because I'm giving a blowout sale on my courses and my coaching. And if I were you, I would take up the offer because 2021 is coming and it won't be around much longer. So let me share with you how to save yourself some money, and especially all of you guys that love you some Amazon. Yeah, I know you became friends with that retailer, and that's why in 2020 Amazon sold and blew out the records for their fiscal year budget. They've over succeeded this year, and that's how they became a $1 trillion company. So let's look at how we can save and make it big for 2020 still and going into 2021. So let's do that, people. Let's do that. So let's have a little infomercial. Yes. So the growth coach, that's me. And what do I deal with? Career changing, business consulting, and health management. So if you want to get in touch, that's me. So what are we going to look at today? Okay. We are going to look at dreaming big in our shopping cart. I know. I can hear you say like, what? Inspiration. We all need inspiration in our lives, and you need to dream big even in your shopping cart. When you're out to make a purchase, you're not supposed to shop when you're feeling blue or a bit gloomy. You need to be able to go out there and make, especially at this time, wise decisions. Okay, you don't want to just go spending frivolously, because then in January and the months to come, as things get tougher, and I'm just putting it out there, it's going to get tougher before it gets better. Unfortunately, even though many are having access to the vaccine, it's at a slow pace. And if you are one of the people that are into having the vaccines, you still have a long wait. They don't expect many people will be having access to the vaccine until 2022. So you can see that 2021 still means there'll be a lot of shutdowns, lockdowns, and quarantining. And of course, because it's that winter season, we now have a lot more people, sadly, becoming unwell. So I don't want to be the burster of bubbles because you know I'm all about being jubilant, but we've also got to be realistic and practical with the things that we are doing each day. And spending wisely is one of the ways. So I want us to have a look at how we can still have a good time this festive season, but not waste money frivolously, and also buying things that are worth their value and not just because it is. Okay, so let's look into that. And I know that with these tips, you're going to make yourself a lot of savings. So let's look at what we're going to go. So we're going to look at how to save and spend wisely this festive season. Why not to go wild this Christmas, which I've just given you a tip. Do you really need that item? Do you really need that item? And be theft aware, because woe are the thieves working diligently this year. So let's start off with some of these festive season shopping tips. So today in Biz Tips, we're going to look at creative and savvy ways to save money and keep more of it in your pockets. How do I do that, you say? Well, let me share with you. So first of all, shopping online is most likely the main way that many will shop this festive season due to the pandemic, and with all practical ways to shop this year and to save money. I want you all to, really still enjoy your Christmas. I mean, come on. We've had a year of it, right, guys? We have had a year of it, okay? And it's definitely a time that we need to think of wisely and say, look, want to have a good time, want to get the best out of the season, but I don't want to break the bank. Because why? I want to ensure that the bank has still got money in its coffers for next year for whatever may come. And that's what I'm actually trying to get you to get in the mindset of. Things can happen next year that we don't expect. Like what happened this year? No one expected the coronavirus and the whole world to be closed down the way how it is. But it is. So we've got to remember, I'm always about adaptable change. You've got to be able to move with the times, be flexible, and not panic, but handle your business. Okay. So first off, I know many of you are going to be going crazy on Amazon. You all do. That's how, everybody found an Amazon friend. You even got familiar with the delivery driver till he could call you by first name. When you're shopping online, I want you to still be wise, okay? Now, all of you that shop on Amazon, I've got this promotional code. Use this code. It's and PCT off equals 30 dash, okay? You can use that code. I've put it up there. Ask me for it if you can't see it, or DM me and I'll send it to you. And that will actually give you up to 30 to 50% off whatever you're looking for. So say you were looking for, I don't know, some snow boots, because like my dear comrades in New York and a few of the up north, they are having a snowstorm. No, thank you. And what you do is you go onto Amazon, you would type in snow boots, and then you would put this code. So instead of Amazon giving you all of the paid sellers actually pay to have their products come to the top of the search engine. You want to bump them all out because you want a deal. So you want to put this code in so that you can then get the deal that is going to be beneficial to you. Okay, so if you don't want all those bumps, you might not want UGG boots. UGG, the company UGG, will pay to have their product at the top, but you may not need a pair of UGG boots. You might be just happy with I don't know, Macy's boots. I mean boots, or you know, whatever other retailers out there. So you don't need to have the paid sellers. You can just then get the sellers that have the deals that you want. Also, if UGG has a deal, has a sale, you'll get 30% off their boots. So hey, who doesn't want that? Now, when it comes to electricals and clothing and even food, always compare or seek a price match. And this is where I then go to shopping directly with the retailer. Many feel that if you shop on sites like Amazon, they'll be getting a good deal, but you will often get a better deal if you go directly to the retailer, such as, let's look at the LG HBS FN4. They're the new wireless headphones that HG have at the moment, LG have at the moment. Compare the price on Amazon and then John Lewis, and I found, as I expected, that they were £10 cheaper on John Lewis. So, you know, it's surprising, but you really need to shop and compare. So now even stores like Aldi will give you the same product in food that is made by the same food company, for say, as an example, Kellogg's, but it will be in their packaging just as well as the well-known name brands. So if you're not a brand snob, you know, then do go out there and save big even on your grub. Yes, you can save big even on your food shop spend. And for those of you who are savvy on your food shop, if you're wise, you know that some food retailers will actually buy, if it's the next day or same day item, especially if you go in the afternoon or late evening, you will be able to get many of those products marked down to half price, or even two to three thirds of the price, because they want it to be out, because they cannot sell it in their store the next day. So that's another way to get things. And any of those food items, unless it's like a perishable item, you can freeze it. So that's saving you a big saving there on buying food produce at a discount price. So also shopping in store, which is my favorite way to shop. And I explain to you why. You may be surprised that if you go into a store, even if you've seen the price cheaper online, that many will be willing to price match the item to gain your sale. Because no matter what, cash is still king. Stores such as John Lewis, Best Buy, Currys will all price match items from other stores and online. So like I said, especially if you're buying electrical items or gift items that you can get not only from, say, Amazon or online retailers, you can actually even go to the store and get it in store for less. That to me works if you don't mind going into the store physically. If not, please search online. So I've actually done a little mock-up here for you of the LG Tone free wireless earbuds. Okay, it's the HBS FN4s. And in on Amazon, not in, they claim that the retail price is $149.99, and then it says that it's now gone down to $89. Okay, so you save $60.99. Woohoo! But when you go onto another retailer's website, it just says $79. Not that there's a discount. That's the price. And you get free standard delivery and extended returns until the 28th of January 2021. So they've bumped up the price. Then they then tell you this is the deal. And you still can get a better deal if you go onto another retailer site. So please be aware. And these are the black ones. Okay. Not the gray, because you actually are paying more for the gray ones, but these are the black ones, which is standard everywhere. So do have a look online to see if you can make greater savings from other retailers. And then that retailer, if they have a actual physical store, You can go to the physical store and pick up the product, saving you the weight of having to now get it delivered to you by actually getting them to give you the lower price in the store right there and then. You walk out with your items, and as they say, Bob's your uncle. That's a good deal. Paid less money, picked it up straight away, didn't have to worry and faff about if there's any delivery. Am I going to be in doing whatever? And if you purchase it right there and there, and it's something that you can actually check and look at, if you're not happy with it, you can return it straight away and get your money back. You see? So that's just one of the tips of shopping. But one of the things I also wanted you to have a look at is with clothes as well. When we're buying clothes, which I've actually been out, I'm putting myself on blast, but I have done a little bit of shopping, just a little, you know, looking at the fact that many stores were closed, then reopened, and sales haven't been as good, people haven't been shopping. You know, there's a lot of great clothing deals out there. I mean, you can pick up a few bargains, but if you're willing to wait until after Christmas, you will actually pick up even more. Reason being is because the winter stock will need to be got rid of, and they're going to want to bring in the spring season, and that's coming in from January 3rd. So if you're willing to wait, those January sales that are coming up can really make use of killing on your wardrobe. So if you're out there wanting to have a new look for the next year, 2021, you know, a new in-house look, you know, who knows, then going and waiting before you buy your clothes can actually help you out. So also remember, at this time, you do have a longer returns policy. So don't let anyone make you feel bullied that you have to purchase what they've got. The returns policy right now for the festive season should be a minimum of 28 days. Some stores, like one of my favorites, John Lewis, is actually giving you extended returns until the 28th of January. So many stores will do that because they know we've had a troublesome year. So you're getting practically 2 months. So 60 days, don't go over, to be able to return items. And that's really cool because normally it's within 7 to 14 days. So we've got a lot of the retailers trying to support you and help you in the best ways that they can. Now, another area that I want you to look at in retail is when you're online shopping, about your security. Now, I'm going to share with you an email that I even picked up this morning, and I was like, these people are crazy. But, you know, I really need to highlight, please, 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 please be aware and diligent online this festive season while shopping. The amount of online theft being reported has risen by 13,000 this month, and it's rising. If any of you have seen the movies from 2 actresses that I really like, The Net with Sandra Bullock and Identity Thief with Melissa McCarthy, I mean, that woman cracks me up every time, then you will be aware of some of the damage that someone stealing your identity or bank details can have on your life. This festive season, the thieves are self-isolating and are working from home and are after your money, identity, and security. You have to be careful out there when you're to respond to emails for deliveries being delivered, but you are out and you need to reschedule, and you need to be aware of when you are purchasing on sites. Make sure it is a secure site with a HTTPS:2/. Do not just purchase on any site. If not, if you're not sure, call the company up. Identity theft is really big and rampant right now. You know, keep your personal information private. So even when you're shopping, many of you have got ring light bells and things like that. So people know when you're out. You need to be aware of what is going on. Be aware of phishing scams. I received another phishing scam this morning that I'm going to share with you. Protect your passwords, okay, and recognize trustworthy sites. And please, please be diligent in what you're doing when you're shopping online. Also, we got these little crackers calling you up, especially the one that says to you, "Oh, my name is such and such, and you've had an accident." No, I haven't. Get off my line. Block. But they will ring you from local numbers. They will call you from international and local. So it can be quite pestering. And especially for someone like myself who's got a business and my details are out there, I get an inload or influx of foolish humans trying to tell me and sell me stuff. So please be aware. So I put this up there. I got again this morning in my inbox, parcel delivery failed. And I'm expecting something. So I was like, oh, okay. Oh no. Then something said, pay attention. It then had a marking of the DVLA, the driver's license thing. Well, I'm not having a driver's license. So I got my license. It's in date. I mean, what are you talking about? I said, okay. Then it said it's from Parcel DPD. I know the company has a bit of the logo, but then something said go look properly. And then when I checked, it had jwilliams40 at hotmail.com. What? Why would an actual delivery company be sending me something from Hotmail? That don't sound too right. And then it said there my email, so I knew they didn't know me. And it said unable to deliver a parcel. Well, the time that they said I was in my house, I'm working from home. What are you talking about? That's not when I go into the office. So I know I was her. And then it says never miss a delivery again, schedule new delivery. So I clicked on the schedule new delivery. And what comes up was that it's now asking me to make a payment to be able to reschedule my delivery. And it's a small amount. They often put something like from £2 to £5 or dollars. Be wary. As soon as you click that link, it either puts a virus to access all the data on your system in your computer, or it will wait for you to put the information in and then it will clone it and it has all your information. Please, 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 these phishing emails are coming every day now, steady and hard. Pay attention. Be diligent. I'm just like, even text messages are coming through. Block, I'm having to block them. So you've got to pay attention, okay? And I don't want to sound like I'm being all miserable, but it's going to save you money in the long run. Trust me on this one. So let's, I want you to make sure if you have had any form of compromise situation with your identity online, or someone stealing your cards or anything like this, and even when you go to take out cash, another thing I always tell people is to beware of using cash machines that aren't affiliated with an actual bank. So oftentimes you'll have cash machines at the gas station or cash machines that are in a convenience store. I'm very wary of those because unless it's actually affiliated with a bank, I don't know who you are. And I don't know who's there behind cloning my card details. You know what? No, thanks. I'll actually wait to go to a proper ATM cash machine, or I'll just pay with my card. And oftentimes now, I don't even like putting in my PIN number. You've got contactless. But also be wary if you to lose your card's phone and dial straight away, because remember, contactless limits have been expanded to some places up to £60, and someone can just happily go and shop and spend all your hard-earned money. So let's make sure that you change passwords for all your online accounts if you think your account's details have been cloned or compromised. Close any unauthorized or compromised credit or charge accounts with companies, especially if it's finished and you're thinking, oh, I might shop there again. If you haven't shopped there in the last 3 months, you're not looking to shop there. Close the account. You're a good customer because you've paid your bill in full. If you want to shop there again, open a new account. You'll often get a better deal than if you left it with the old one. Think about the what other personal information may be at risk. So think about if you've now been on one site and you for some reason it's been compromised. Now you've got to look at all other sites you shopped at before that, so you can tell the your bank and the creditors, and then so that they know any transactions coming after, that's not you. File a report with your local law enforcement agency. Always file a report. And I know it sounds tedious, but you want to ensure that you have reported it as a crime, because if you don't report it as a crime, then the card issuer or the banks can state, well, you didn't report it, it's not been held, so you will be held liable. It's very important to report the crime to a law enforcement agency. If your personal information has been stolen for a corporate or data breach, they will be the ones that will contact you. The business or agency whose data was compromised should contact you, tell you that. Of course, they're going to apologize profusely, and it's for you to change your details. If you have been made aware, follow up on those actions and change your passwords and things accordingly. Now, if you think money has been stolen or your identity is involved, contact one of the 3 credit bureaus to report the crime also. And you know that's Equifax, Experian, or TransUnion. And you do know they've got other agencies like Credit Karma, ClearScore, and things like that. But those companies still use Equifax, Experian, or TransUnion. So it's better to just go directly to the major 3 and tell them, look, my information has been compromised. These transactions up to this date I have accounted for. Anything after that is not me. So if my account goes into arrears or debit, that is not because of my own action. Do not put late payments or whatever on my record. And that's why you need to report it to law enforcement, so you can have that to back you up when you contact the credit bureaus. Always check out the National Cybersecurity Alliance website, and you can find a lot more of this information, or your local government websites, because they will actually tell you the up-to-date crimes that have been reported in your area. So that's a bit more on staying safe and secure at this festive season. So just to wrap up, let's do some reflection. You know, I like to reflect. You know, how are you, and now you're ready to make some festive savings? I'm looking for you to shop smart, shop wise, and bag yourself a bargain. You know, don't forget, the retailers and the stores, they want your money. Don't let anyone fool you. Cash is king. It hasn't changed yet. Until we get to this chip malarkey, cash is king. They want your money. It's what's going to keep them afloat. That's how businesses thrive. That's why Amazon's always out to get you with the next best thing. I can give you next day delivery. If you order before this, you could get it this afternoon. Whatever it is, because they want your money. Okay. Without you, there is no retail business. So let's remember that. That's why they have the saying, the customer is always right. Having worked in the retail trade industry, that isn't always right. But because some of the customers actually come in with the wrong attitudes. And no, you will not be right if you have a bad attitude. But no. So please be, you know, tech and shop savvy when you're shopping online. Compare those prices. Go to the major retailer for that item before you go to stores, online stores like Amazon. Don't forget eBay. Don't forget Etsy as online stores. And also there are, you know, you can trade as well and deal. And if you're not worried, and if it's for yourself, sometimes you don't have to get the brand new. You can get nearly new. Or oftentimes it's just something that someone said, oh, I'm not going to purchase again, but it already went out and they have to now put it back. or they open, or the box damaged, but everything is fine. For me personally, I don't mind buying nearly new if I go into the store so I can see it for myself. The store will tell me, oh, it hasn't got the manual. I'll figure it out. You can go online these days for a manual, or it doesn't have the remote. You can go and get a universal remote. So these are the kind of things where you can get really good savings if it's something that has been used or nearly new. So what's your task for this week then, as you shop in the festive season? Using the internet, I want you to go to websites of the manufacturers before purchasing on Amazon. I know you're a Prime Amazon user and your fingers are clicky, 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 clicky. If you're like me, you've actually got Amazon Prime on the phone. When you turn it on, it's telling you, oh, you've got this in your basket. You've got this and this. Why don't you add this? You bought this a couple of months ago. Why don't you purchase this? Get away. Back off, Amazon. Let me have a look on the other manufacturers' websites or product websites before purchasing on Amazon, because I want to make sure I'm getting the best deal and the best for buck for my spend. Search for the item you wish to purchase and see if it will cost you less, either in the price or in the delivery option. Because whether you think so or not, $3 to $5 still makes a difference with all the different items that you're ordering. Are your items or goods available? Great. Now it's time to purchase. See if you can add a further discount at the checkout by using the code that I've given you. If possible, don't use delivery costs. If you can request a price match, most stores will honor this, but you will need to go in store. And that's another way to get what you want right away, without faffing around with delivery and what times you've got to be entrapped in your home. But then again, you're supposed to be at home because we're meant to be quarantining. Not quarantining, isolating. That's it. Self-isolating. But what will happen is, if you see something online, check on if it's in the store. You can actually go to the store and say, look, I've seen this for this much online. Can you match the price? And oftentimes, I would say 90% of the time, it's a yes, because they want that cash. They want that money straight away in hand. So that's another way. So I want you to shop safe, shop smart, shop savvy. I want you to be full of optimism. The year is not over. We still got a couple of days. But I want you to enjoy the rest of 2020. I know it sounds but you've got to. If you don't live your best life now, when are you going to live it? When you're dead? No, you need to live it now. I want you to have the optimism and a positive mindset. I will have a positive mindset. Fear does not live here anymore. So you are going to shop wisely, shop smart, shop savvy. Okay? And so, as you know, to close, I always like to say I'm committed to spending wisely and optimizing the resources available to me to complete this. I also want to let you know that there are a lot of discount retailers and people online as well. So if you put in that you're looking for a certain item, there's a lot of other discount retailers that will come up with the name brand products at really good prices. So if you're not sure, hit me up. I can always tell you a few of them. But because I know you're really savvy on this type of stuff, you'll be able to do it. That's why I give you these business tips. So just the final plug. What have I got for you? Well, I hear you say. 3 of my courses are on special at the moment. It's 90% off. So we've got the Career Changer, we've got the Health Management Program, and we've got the Business Unboxed. For those of you who are budding entrepreneurs and want to start your own business, get in touch and we can go through that. You will not regret it. At the end of the day, it's all about growth and development. I know we all have goals, but once you meet your goal, that's it. But guess what? If you are about growth, then you will always have room for development, room for growth. You've got to this level, it's time to grow. You might say, I want to make 1 million, and you meet that goal. Is that where you want to stay? No. You now want to get to 2 million. So you don't want to limit yourself by saying, I want to make my first million and that's it. What you do is you say, I'm aiming to make my first million by this time, but I still want to grow and get to 1 billion. See, it's all about growth. And that's me, Ana Miss Thang, Blossom, your growth coach. So wishing you all the best. And as I said, I'm looking forward to hearing all of the lovely shopping tips that you've picked up and all the bits that you've bought by spending wisely. Yes, spending wisely. Okay. Have a great day, guys, and stay blessed. Bye bye.